All right. Let's see. This is our first live video here inside of Berkeley. If you could, yeah, there we go. So we're going to be working on the roof probably first, and then the walls. Nobody's in here, but that's all right. It's our first one. So I'm currently doing is removing all the tape. From this spray foam prep. They did a good job. One thing I had to take it back to fill in, well, a couple spots that needed to get filled in that didn't quite cover the ribs. Yep. Excited to be at this point. So this week, there's not going to be a full-length video because of a couple things happening with the family and with, just family things. So I'm going to be cranking on this project to try to get it further along. As fast as possible because I want to get this bus done. I really want to get this bus done. Now that the spray foam's in, it feels like I've actually made a difference in this project. It's weird being on live. What I'm gonna say is just there. I guess you could put it private there, but let's see what the settings are here. Share it. Copy link. Okay, let's see. Nice. I don't know if that'll work or not. We shall see. Alright, let's see. Got a bunch of settings here. No filter. Oh yeah, I don't need filters. Live chat. There we go. Da 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 da. I thought for a second it was 400 people. It was 4 minutes and 20 seconds. There's not 400 people. Yeah, this week there's not going to be a full-length video, and we will be crushing this project. We're going to be executing on a bunch of things we got to get done. I got to finish taking all this tape off And then I gotta take off the plates off of all the outlets and switches. And then we can go ahead and start measuring the plywood that we bought and putting things in. I already took the tape off the roof sections, off all the lights and all the hanging wires. Excuse me. Here's what I did for this. Flip this around. So we have access to the water still. I can hit that with some foam still later down in there. But that way I can actually access this if I need to. I have a similar situation there. I'll show you it's a little different, but I'll trim some of this up. Interesting. YouTube live is really clear. That. Got bad knees from lots of years of working a job that destroyed my body. Come on, camera. There you go. This is what I did for that. I can take these and take that off, and then I've got access to the water, the city water inlet. All right. So that's going to go over top of our water tank. Our water tank is going to sit inside right here. So that's going to be the city water. It comes in and then shoots that way towards our kitchen, and that is going to come down towards our water tank. It's a 75-gallon water tank. And that's gonna be where our stovepipe goes out. I did a similar thing to this up there to prevent that from getting spray foam because it's gonna get cut out anyway. So I'm gonna have to remove parts of this so that I can get my roof up. But yep. All right. So now I've got all of my plastic off, all the plastic off these wires and all the switches and everything. So then we'll go ahead and start taking off the plug plates. I'm just gonna kind of sit you guys up here. And if anybody comes, I will come over and kind of say something, but otherwise I'm gonna just be removing stuff. Put you all the way over here so we get the widest angle. Can I turn it sideways? Does YouTube do that? Orientation is locked. Okay. I wonder how YouTube shares stuff. We'll see. We'll see, I guess. Hello there. Welcome to the live. We are currently working on the roof and the walls. We've got to remove the plug plates. Just got done putting all the plastic in the trash. So, welcome. Feel free to ask any questions if you want. We just got the bus spray foam this week, and I think it looks great. I think they did a really good job overall. Does the chat just pop up? All right, cool. It's our first live ever, so welcome. 2 viewers. How are you today? All right. Plates. Yeah, so we got it insulated. I already told the other person this, but we just got a bus insulated this week. Just got done taking all the plastic off the wires. Let me check Instagram real quick. Instagram. Random people on Instagram. No idea who those people are. Random message from a person, no post, that just says, hey. Well, I don't know what to do with that. It can't be a real account, right? Hey. I don't know what features this live has. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I don't know if I can see who's who. Oh, thank you, Benjamin. They did a really good job, I think. It's thick enough. I feel like I do notice a little bit of a temperature difference between inside and outside, and the The sound deadening is great. Like I'm on a busy road, and even with the door wide open, it's making a huge difference. There's been a few trains go by, and it's been quite good. So they did a really good job. I guess I'll flip this around. But like they didn't nick any wires. One thing I did do to prevent that on the roof was something I took from Chuck Cassidy, and I put like wood around the wires like this. I measured the straps, the distance of the straps, and then I marked where I wanted the hole to be, and I drilled the hole out with a hole saw and then ran them through the bandsaw, and then just screwed them up around these on, as you can see, that's bare, no spray foam was there, and it protected them. So if you're gonna get spray foam, I definitely recommend that. But they did a great job. I don't know if anybody in this live has seen this yet, but this is unique. It's gonna be our rooftop tent loft, the Berkeley Pop Top. It's queen size up there. So we're gonna have a queen size bed up there and some storage on the sides. Yeah, I'm 6'3", so the height is a little bit of an issue for me. I joke this is kind of gonna be my home right here in the center here, because this is gonna be open all the time. Maybe I'll put a door or something for insulation purposes, but I'll be able to stand up. And you know, I think a part of the bus life for us is going to be being outside a lot. So we're going to be kind of outside people. We got 2 adults, 2 kids, and a dog. Welcome to the third person. 2 adults, 2 kids, and a dog going to be in here, so it's going to be kind of tight. In a 6-window bus, so we are going to have to figure out how to be inside outside kind of people. So everybody else in my immediate family is quite short. So I'm 6'3", I'm the tallest one. So yes and no. That's my answer. Yes and no. But this will kind of be my standing home if I have to stretch in the center of the bus. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working on this. If you guys have any more questions, let me check Instagram again, see if there's any questions. It's all right. Do any of you guys have buses, or are you van people, just people in the chat? Like, let me know about yourselves. Love to build a community on here. I feel like I saw the name Benjamin on one of the pages that I followed recently on Instagram. I don't know if that's you or not. Welcome everybody. On your question about what appliances, if any, are you planning on installing, and what do you anticipate being the most challenging? There's a few. I'll kind of run through it with you guys. When we were building the bus, I wanted to have as few fuel types as possible for simplicity, and also for like cost purposes. Anything that's like a hydrocarbon is going to go up and down in price. So I opted to go with primarily electric for appliances, and then wood and diesel for heat. So and some electric for heat. So in the back here on the wall, on this back wall, there's 3 supports. There's going to be a mini split back there. I have a mini split outside. I can show you that real quick. The outside unit's right here. So that is a Pioneer 110. I think it's like 18,000 BTUs. So for AC and heat, we're going to have the Pioneer as kind of a backup. And our primary heat source in the winter is going to be here. That's going to be the exit for our wood stove. I have a Dwarf 4K tiny wood stove, I believe the company is. Yeah, I think it's tiny wood stove. So for heat, wood, and then the mini split, and then we're going to also have a diesel heater. And the bus is diesel, so I can tap off the bus tank. So that's kind of a simplicity thing. I'm working on a video for our house electrical, but we're gonna have I have 3 EG4 batteries that are all 12 volt, and then I have a 3,000 watt. I have a 3,000 watt multi plus 2. Yeah, wood stove. Yep. So we're actually gonna have a Ninja, like a Ninja convection oven in here too for our electric, which will be really cool. So our batteries will be if basically if we were to run the wood stove or the convection oven with our battery set up without any solar or sunlight, we could run the stove for like 14 hours. I calculated just the stove. So I don't think we're gonna ever be doing that. So yeah, all electric water heater, electric appliances, induction stove. Our wood stove is going to be our primary heat. We have a 40-gallon diesel tank. 40 gallons. Yeah. Coming back to your question about the height and me being 6'3", I really considered a roof raise, but that was just kind of outside the budget, and outside my skill set. I'm not a welder, don't know how to do that. I'm sure that you can do it with a buddy or something. I just wasn't ready to make that leap. So I figured everybody else is short in my family and I can deal with it. Just spread my legs or go to the center of the bus. Sink and shower, yeah. It's a little 4-gallon tank. It's going to be right over by the bathroom, so it's not going to have a lot of run. Quick showers, washing dishes, stuff like that. Then we'll have probably a little kettle teapot thing if we want to heat our coffee or tea in the morning. So, yep. So yeah. I got 2 more plug plates. 2 more plug plates to take out. Benjamin, are you do you have how did you find my page, I guess? How did you come across me? Was it YouTube shared it or Instagram or? You have a van or a bus or anything like that? All the plug plates. Scotty G's Garage. Interesting. Hello. I don't blame you on the roof raise decision. I'm not a welder either. I wanted to do basic body work on a Harbor Freight flux core welder. But a larger job like that, I wouldn't do myself either. Yeah, I'm oh, YouTube. Nice. If you drop your YouTube, I will subscribe to you, Benjamin. So yeah, the roof raise. My brother is a welder. Well, he's trained as a welder, and now he does auto stuff, auto body stuff, or auto parts stuff. But He's in Ohio, and I like that's a huge project. And going into the winter, it's hard enough like cutting holes in your bus and in the roof and drilling holes for stuff, and that's so nerve wracking. Much less cutting the whole roof off, lifting it, hoping it's straight, and it being strong. I just wasn't. I wasn't prepared for that, especially with how good this bus is overall. I didn't want to make a huge problem like that. Yeah. So let's see. Done with the plates. I guess I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start measuring out the. I gotta get the plywood out of the truck and put it inside actually, so I can measure it out. Let's bring this inside. I was really fortunate that my family has a commercial lot that they let me work at. It's really great being able to put all our stuff in here. Just got a massive pile of tools and parts. So, yeah. Let's see. Aside from the roof raise, what would you do if you had unlimited funds? Unlimited funds. I don't know. I'll be honest, I kind of have like tried not to. Because this is going to be like a full-time thing, I've really tried not to like skimp on stuff. Maybe, I guess, sorry. I guess I can't say. I'd have to think about that first question, Scotty. Somebody under work from home. Hold on, I guess, Scotty, for your question, if I had unlimited funds, I probably would have had somebody like a South African or Australian company build the rooftop tent. That way I wouldn't have to sew the canvas. That's probably what I would do because I don't know how to sew yet. I've really kind of just, if we need it, I've been trying to allocate funds for it, trying to get it done now so that I don't have to regret, I didn't get spray foam, I went with foam board. Well, now I've got leaks and I've got problems, so I splurged on the spray foam. Like things like that, I've really tried to hit. I guess more space, maybe a longer bus. But this bus is 24 feet, so I can fit in parking spots if I hang the back end over, and I can fit in most camp spots. So it's I don't have a lot of regrets as far as we could afford. Like if I could add something crazy, maybe a light bar. That's probably what I would have added. Now that I think about it, a light bar on the front. That's what I would have added if I had unlimited funds. That's it. That's the answer. Sorry for the roundabout answer. All right, let's go to missed out on a bus twice. Being able to stick with something under 25,000 pounds under windows. Yeah. Under 25,000 pounds is huge. This one I think is 8 or 9,000 when I took the seats out, and I'm the GWVR or whatever is 14,000 max. So I won't probably go over that. Well, I can't go over that. But what I did do to fix some of that is we've got all new suspension underneath. I don't know if you can see these Bilsteins. I don't know how dark it is. But we've got all new shocks all the way around, an entire new front end. Shocks all the way around. I do got to do the calipers in the rear. But, yeah. Buses nowadays are really expensive, too, to find a good one. We had to fly down to Houston to get ours. And I think I might have overpaid a little bit. Yeah, it's a 7.3. Yep. 2003, so it's pre-emissions. so I don't have to worry about DEF fluid or anything like that. So the 7.3's been great. I've got to do air filter still. If you look at our YouTube channel, we have our purchase series of when we flew down to Houston and bought it, and the engine ran great, but the batteries we had a lot of issues with the batteries. The alternator was improperly connected between the alternator and the ignition, so it was just overcharging the batteries and melting them. So I went through 6 or 8 batteries on that trip. 6 position chip. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. Let me screenshot that. So I can, there we go. Yeah. Yeah. What does that do? Does it add more power to it? Or efficiency? Scotty G's Garage. I wonder if I know you. I have a feeling. I've got a feeling about that. Is this Scotty? Is this the Scotty that I know, Scotty? It's gotta be. Okay. Yeah, no, I'll definitely look into that. Okay. All right. That's what I thought. Hey, Scotty, that I know, Scotty. Welcome back. Awesome. Yeah, I gotta get this wood in here. I'll definitely check out that. TS6 position chip. I'll definitely check that out. You know how much they run? Are they expensive? Question: any consideration for fresh water? Yeah, we're gonna have 75 gallons of fresh water inside. I'll show you that. Tank. So that's gonna sit right under our bench seat area. But 75 gallons of fresh, and then I think it's like 45 gallons of gray water. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. There we go. So yeah, we gotta get this wood out. So for the ceiling, Jess has an idea about how she wants it to look, so I'm gonna try to oblige. What I'm gonna do is I have beadboard, so it's a wainscoting beadboard, and it's basically 1/4-inch plywood that's been routed to have a pattern on it. So it's gonna kind of look like slats. Let me see if I can show you what it looks like. Hello, Jesse. A great idea. So let's see. This stuff. It's gonna look like that. So for everything past this point, the boys' beds will be right here. Their bunk beds will be here. So from there back is going to be the wainscoting. It's $2.99. All right, I will save those settings. You just take the ECU out and plug that one in. Is that what you do, or does it go in between the ECU and the engine? Yeah. So then in the front here, it's going to be 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch. I forget, I measured it. And it's going to be those, it's going to be like stick-on tiles onto the plywood. So I'm going to use some construction adhesive, and it's going to look like copper ceiling. And that sounds weird, I guess, but it goes along with kind of our theme of our Adirondack cabin. My grandparents' cabin has that in the kitchen. They have copper ceiling. And so with this looking like an Adirondack cabin bus on wheels, it fits for that. So, hey, how you doing, man? Thank you. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, the insulation really came out good. Really came out nice and thick and solid. A buddy of mine asked me on our Facebook page how if I notice a difference with the temperature, and I think I do. I know these windows are garbage for insulation. We're gonna deal with that later, but I think that this is definitely helping. Brillo pad to protect it off the connectors and ECU that's exposed. Chip can get it. Okay, that's not hard at all. Yeah, I'll definitely look into that. Anti-theft. Nice. And then you just can you connect it to your phone, or is it got to be hooked up to a computer like a laptop? Can you like change the settings on the fly? It's gonna be a little racer pickup, racer bus. So yeah, insulation is really good. They came up to like exactly where I wanted. Part of the thing was shaving it. You can change it on the fly. Okay. Shaving this was difficult. You can see they nicked like a couple spots here and there on the wood. They didn't nick the wires because as I showed earlier, they had I protected it with wood. I basically took a 2-inch piece of wood, made it as long as the distance between two straps, drilled my hole, and then ripped it on the bandsaw, and then screwed it in around all of the wires on the roof so they couldn't nick it. Did a really good job. I'm really happy with it. No phone or laptop needed. Oh, that's dope. Yeah. Can you text me the link to the one that you were looking at, Scotty? Or message me on Facebook or Instagram? I'll definitely look into that. I love the 7.3 so far. Other than when it's cold, it is difficult to start sometimes. But if you want a cool video about that, you should check out that Rusty Junk Expedition. He's got a good video about starting his trucks in the cold, because where he lives it's very cold. Go check that out for sure. How's the weather out that way, Rusty? Sure, thanks. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I have it has a block heater, but it being a Houston bus and having been covered in grease and oil for the last 20 years, spring only 3 feet of snow left of the ground. We'll have to be out that way soon. We'll have to come out that way. That will be enjoyable. Maybe not in the winter right away, but in the spring. Summer. Let me get this wood in here. I'm going to set you guys down for a second. So I got to get this inside so that I can yeah. Winter time, you know, that'll be the ultimate test before we go to Alaska. We'll be out that way in the winter, because we will be driving to Alaska at some point. I don't know if I told anybody this on here, but I've always said that I'm going to drive to Alaska one day. And now that I've been there twice, I have to drive to Alaska. And also, Bradley, our son, has been, like, ever since we went to Alaska last year for the Iditarod, he has been obsessed with going to Alaska and trying to see whatever animals there are. And the snow and the cold. We have good friends there too, so testing it out west, we'll definitely know if we can handle it or not. Sorry, I'm going to be back and forth for just a minute. The walls are going to be 1/2-inch thick plywood, because I've got those straps that they're 1.5 inches thick. So 1.5 inches plus 1/2 inch should be good enough to attach our cabinets to, right? The last one. Oh yeah, that will be an awesome trip, and awesome content. There's some amazing people in Alaska that like, they just bring you in as family. It's amazing. Alaskans are awesome. Alaska is amazing. Can't wait to go. Cannot wait. You have a snow machine out there? They are. Brad's eating pancakes, watching Wildcrats, and overheard his name. He's yelling now. Yeah, no, we're not doing the wainscot on the walls. Most of our walls. Let me see if I can. We're doing the wainscoting on the roof. Let me show you. So, let me flip this around. How do I flip it? There we go. All right. So the front will be that flat 1/4 inch or 1/8 inch plywood with the copper. And then once we get back to this point, so the boys' beds are going to start where this post is that all the electricals running through. So their bunk beds are going to be here and here, from there to there. So at this point, I figured was the easiest way to do it, because we've got seating here. And seating here, you'll be able to see the copper ceiling. But back here, we're going to have kind of a tunnel, a fatal funnel of sorts. And so there's no reason to have copper there. So we're just going to have the wainscoting coming across through here from their beds back. Yeah. Yep. And the roof of this, it will just be, it'll just be this aluminum, and then we'll have some like lights attached to it. They'll just be adhered to it. Yeah. So I'll have 2 panels of flat plywood, and then I think 3 of the wainscot. What did Brad say? Let's see. Bradley says Brad's eating pancakes, watching Wildcrats, and overheard his name. He's yelling now that he wants to see mooses and polar bears. Yep. Brad, we will see mooses. I don't know about polar bears, but we'll try. Thanks, man. Yeah, we really wanted to make it be a home on wheels. There's a couple things that I don't know if I haven't put in a video yet, but they've been in a couple shorts. We got the table out here, that's done. Then we've got like some unistrut for our awning when we get that in. And then I put in some more unistrut up there for storage. And I was thinking the other day that I could potentially put like a deck, like a small deck, like just to sit on and hang your feet off on that side. Next to 10, I don't know. Crazy idea, I guess. I guess you could just sit up there and use the unistrut as a support so you don't fall off. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining. This is my first live stream. I mean, I've streamed on Twitch painting Star Wars miniatures, but I get maybe a viewer here or there because I'm a super nerd. Yeah. How's your garage coming along? That's one thing I'm like, can you make a deck off the back door? I could. You could have a deck off the back door. That is something that is definitely more in your wheelhouse than mine, because I do not know how to weld. So I've seen some people that actually just extend the frame out, and then they just obviously put the bumper as the back of it, and then they just run boards across the back. I have literally no idea how to weld, so I don't know. Maybe I'll hit you up for that when we come out that way. That would be a cool addition. Just like a little deck. I've also seen them, like long decks that come out and they can like hinge up like you're talking about. I don't know if I have room to hinge up so much, because I am going to have bikes on these bike racks here. They're going to be sticking out like this, so I could definitely do a deck off the back here. It would add some storage too, like a couple boxes, or we could put our chairs there or whatever. So great. I do wish that this chat stayed up a little longer. You knew some welding when you can visit. I forgot about. Oh yeah. Yeah, I would totally take you up on that. Totally. Yeah, the bikes are. I think they're going to be kind of our mode of transportation sometimes. You know. So we don't have to break down camp every time we head somewhere to the store or whatever. Yep. So, really excited to get on the road. It's been like, I thought at one point we were going to be able to be done by Christmas, but that clearly didn't happen. That did not happen. It took a long time to do the tent, get the parts and get it ordered, and then learning all the electrical is a huge pain. That was a huge thing, but I feel like I learned a lot, and I know how it works now. Nice. Brad, when we go out west, we can find some moose too. That would be, I didn't know that. I guess I didn't even realize that. I'd seen some caribou out there before. I'd never seen moose. Yeah, totally. We'd be down with that. Do you have snow machines or snowmobiles out there?
Yeah. I imagine you probably do. Somebody does.
Check my Instagram. See back. Sorry, nothing on Instagram. If you're here, be sure to. I don't have any easy enough to rent. Okay, Snowcat. Yeah, I've got a buddy. He was in Antarctica the last like 6 months, and before that, when he was in Antarctica, he was driving those big snow trucks for like transporting supplies between the ships and McMurdo. It's an awesome, incredible opportunity. But before that, he was driving like Snowcats and other trucks for like ski lifts for snow companies or ski companies. So he was driving those up and down the mountain for rescues and for grooming. And before that, I think he did. He was doing like those Unimog tours up in New Hampshire. Welcome to all the new viewers. Right now we're unloading some plywood so that we can work on putting it in the bus for walls and roof. So I'm in and out. I think that guy Matt from Matt's Off-Road Recovery, I think I saw a video where he had a Snowcat for like yanking trucks out of the snow and going too deep. Those are awesome. Those are cool trucks. If anybody needs it, I'd say you guys in Alaska are probably it. Let's see. Live chat. If you guys are tuned in, be sure to give some love to Bradley, our littlest guy. From Bake with Mom, stars in Bake with Mom sometimes. He is not feeling so good, and he's with Mama at the doctor today. So, he'll be alright. Growing pains, you know. Plywood. Lots and lots of plywood. Anybody have any questions? Oh, the girls have been loving Bake with Mom. Oh yeah. Thanks. I'm glad that you guys are watching it. It's great to hear. I hope they're learning something. Our boys will learn a thing or two from them when we go out there. Anybody got any questions? Anybody working on any projects of their own? Love to hear about it. Anything cool happen out west? You got any new videos coming out soon? Love to check them out. Sorry for not being in the camera so much. Has to. Last two sheets. Last sheet, and then I can kind of get back to talking to you guys. Brad's about to go down for a nap. We had a house fire. Oh my. Oh man. Sorry to hear that. Good luck, Brad. Everybody loves you. Oh man, that's not fun. I gotta give you a call. Come on in. Alright. Sorry, done unloading those. Live check. Man, sorry to hear that. If you need anything, definitely reach out, bro. For sure. Alright, so now we're going to take some measurements. Come on, gimbal. Oh, thanks, dude. Thank you. It's coming along. It's coming along. I'm thinking we definitely have to be on the road before June. That has to happen. That has to happen. So in the next, over the next week, I'm going to be cranking on this project. Cranking on these walls and this roof. I don't think the walls and roof are necessarily going to be as hard. The walls are going to be relatively easy. The ceiling is only going to be difficult because of lifting it up. I'm going to have to maybe get another pair of hands to lift those up. But I guess I'll know once I start cutting on the wood. But I appreciate it, man. I wish you were here too. But you're in a better place. The state where this bus is currently located is not so friendly to people. Kind of just sucks the life out of everybody. Unfortunately. Oh, poor Brad. He'll be alright though. You know what I did? I left my tape measure in my other Jeep. So I'm gonna have to go find one. Yeah, communist, exactly. That's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's But you know what? I've been blessed to have the opportunity to work on the bus here. I couldn't have did it where we were and like maintained the house and everything. It was just that wouldn't have worked. So it has been a huge blessing. The people here are great. It's just some of the things that go on here are communist. Welcome to the 6th viewer. We're up to 6. We hit 7 for a minute, and now we're up to 6 again, which is great. Never had 6 viewers. I have to go find a tape measure, so I'll be right back. Just one moment. That's steady enough. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Got a tape measure. I poached it. That was one of my specialties in my prior job. Poaching things. We never had anything we needed, so I just was really good at reallocating resources. All right, we got a tape measure. Let's get a piece of something to write on and a marker, and we can write down some of our dimensions here. Where did the cheap wood go? It's all gone. That'll do. It's our note paper for now. Is there a chat I missed? Resources. Yeah, there was no resources. I don't even know if you could call them resources. I guess you're right. It's just there was nothing. We didn't have anything. So I was just getting what I could get. Like they put us in this new building downtown. They moved us from one office to another. In the new building they were opening up. And we basically had to steal everything from an empty floor that had all this furniture on it. We didn't even have desks. We showed up, like, this is your office. There wasn't a chair in sight. There was not a computer. Like, how are you going to work? Not have a computer or a chair or anything. So we took my guys downstairs and we took everything we could take, and we put it in our office. It was illegal. It's not like we did anything wrong, but reallocating resources. Wait, where's my Sharpie? Purple will do? Purple will do. So, anybody that's watching, that's not caught up, we are working on putting all this wood onto the roof and walls, the ceiling and walls of our schoolie. The schoolie was spray foamed this week. Did an excellent job. If you're in upstate New York, reach out. Jag Construction, they did a great job. I'm gonna take some measurements real quick so that I know what cuts. I think I'm gonna do the bottom first. I'm gonna take the measurements on the bottom because that's gonna be the easiest to put in and cut holes for. So we are at 4. Where is this? Alright. I gotta plug my phone in. I am the power user on my phone, apparently. It just wants to die. Oh, I'm gonna plug this in. Plugged in, is it charging? Alright, cool. 24 and a quarter. Alright, bye. So it's 24 and a half, 24 and a quarter there, and 5. Live chat. I wish the chat would stay up, but. Alright guys, I think in an hour, what's the plan for the windows? Couple things. So I'm gonna be putting in these latches that go in the middle. I put wood in here so it can screw into that, but you twist it, and as you twist it, it goes up and hooks and latches. So that'll keep them all from going down, because these locks are kind of crappy. And then we're going to be doing, obviously, curtains, and in the curtains we're either going to put like Reflectix or wool or some sort of insulation for the wintertime, and for the summer, I guess, to keep our AC in. Come on, Gimbal. Come on, Gimbal. All right. Yeah, so some sort of insulation in the curtains, and then in the winter, if it's super cold and we can't handle it, there's that plastic that you heat shrink basically to the windows, and that'll add a little insulation. With our wood stove and our diesel heater, I think we're gonna have plenty of heat in the winter, and the mini split has got plenty of power to cool this thing down. So that's kind of the plan. But I think I'm gonna get off here for a little bit, guys. I might be back on in a little bit later. I just got to make some measurements, and I don't want to cut and be distracted. So thank you guys for tuning in. I look forward to doing another live soon. Thanks, bro. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.